Hi, this is Francy from yoga, and today we're going to talk about yoga when you have wrist pain. Now there are some poses that you really just won't be able to do, at least not the way we typically do them. So I'm going to show you a couple of things, a couple of modifications that you can use for some poses. So a couple of things to keep in mind. We want to minimize the pressure on the wrist if you're having pain. So I'm going to show you something when we do a tabletop position, which is on all fours. Typically, you'd have your hands down with your wrists below your shoulders. One option to minimize that pressure, and something to try, is to use a rolled up mat and press your hands on it with your fingers going down. That's going to change the angle and change the amount of pressure that's put on your wrists. So in this position, you could go ahead and do your cat and cow. So that would be lifting the tailbone and head, and then exhaling and dropping. So this is one way to do your cat and cow, or anything else that you might do on all fours. Another option, before I show you a few more with that, is to just curl your knuckles under and use your knuckles for support. So again, you're not going to have the pressure on your wrists because it's going straight down into your knuckles. So that's two ways to do this. Now when you get into either a downward facing dog or plank, so a down dog, we're going to typically do just like this. To be able to do this and not really put any pressure on your wrists, I'm going to come down on my elbows, so onto my forearms, and then lift up into down dog. So as you can see, the pressure now is on the forearms and not on the wrists. So that's one way to try this. We can use that same approach with plank. So in plank, I'm going to lift the entire body up, and instead of being up on my hands and my wrists, I've got my elbows bent and the pressure is on my forearms. This is one way of doing plank. Another is to lower your knees in a modified plank. So you've still got a nice length from your tailbone to your head, and you can still lower your body down into chaturanga or lift yourself back up. Another variation I'm going to show you with down dog. I'm going to use that mat again and do down dog just like I had done tabletop. So lift yourself up into down dog with your hands on the rolled up mat and your fingers spread and facing forward. So those are several ways to help you if you've got wrist pain to go ahead and still do your yoga practice. And one thing I like to incorporate into every class, and I usually do this in child's pose, is when I come down into child's pose, once my arms are extended, I bend the elbows and rotate the wrists. Now, of course, you can do this anywhere. You can do this sitting up or standing up, but anytime through your practice, rotate the wrists one way and then the other way, and just kind of work out the kinks there to help keep them healthy. Another option with problem wrists is to try chair yoga. We offer a class once a week, and it's something where you can still get a very good workout, but there is very little pressure put on your wrists throughout the entire class. So come see us and try it out. Thank you.